waiting.
All right, we are live. We're back up.
Are we live?
Yep, we're live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube.
All right, YouTube, we're back. I think you can see us now. Hopefully YouTube doesn't shut us down because we restarted the stream like 7 times.
Live under Darlington?
I knew it. I tried fixing that, but it will not let me.
Oh, yeah. See Matt sitting down.
Hello, everybody.
We're just going to have to go with it because I'm not restarting it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to change that. So it's just going to be we're at Darlington. We'll have to edit it later.
All righty.
Okay. All right. So we're good here. So I can start us with the video in a second, or the actual podcast.
Oh, wait, no, it says North Wilkesburo. We're good.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
What's up,
should've
YouTube? Thanks for tuning in for the 8th time. We appreciate you guys. Kuzman, thank you. If you're still here, we love you. I hope you're still here. Please be my friend.
We lost our one friend.
That was it. All right, you guys ready? I can actually start recording whenever you guys are ready to go.
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
You got it figured out?
Sure.
All right. So is this take one or is this go?
This will be, well, we're already live. Once I hit go here, we'll be on the show.
No, I know. But, like, are you not going to practice it?
I already practiced it kind of once.
baller.
Y'all didn't say anything about it, so I'm going to go with it. All right, you ready?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's make sure the audio's... Yep, okay. Just to make sure that everything's working now that, you know, all of the burrito sauce got spilled on the computer.
A Coke, please.
Good Lord. All right, y'all ready?
That's a little dramatic.
Insane, truly.
I can't believe you shook up my Celsius.
All right, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Stop making jokes so we can start.
All right,
What?
I'm serious.
Here we go.
That made me pull a Bubba.
Thank you.
Way to make it work. Oh my God. DJ's so mad.
I'm sorry, bro. All right.
Don't be mad at technology's difficulties for our
Yeah,
difficulty.
I ain't doing anything.
All right, go
At
ahead.
this point, I'm just going to start it. And if
Just
y'all are
start
laughing,
it.
just go for it.
You gotta save that for the intro.
That's you.
Young Money wins $1 million at North Wilkesburo and flat dominated the race. And Nate is back on the show. Let's talk about why we are here for the speed.
Who?
Who's that guy? What's up, everybody? My name is DJ with Here for the Speed. We are finally on YouTube again. We had some serious technical difficulties. I think we restarted the stream like 6
I thought
times.
you did.
I wasn't
That
gonna
was
leave.
way less frustrating than any week of trying to get me and Matt.
Listen, no,
straight faced.
y'all weren't stressed out. I was the one stressing out because I'm the only one that can fix it.
Well, I
was
mean,
trying.
you asked us for help like we have any idea what the heck you're doing.
Did I?
This is basically magic to me.
I mean,
I don't
that's-
know what you're doing.
I was here for emotional support.
Hey, I'm just glad you're back, bro.
I walked
Hey,
over.
I'm
kicked
glad
the
to be
cord,
back,
Got
guys.
yelled at and sat back down.
Yeah. So let's do intros real quick before for everybody. So I'm DJ. What's up?
I'm Jake.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Matthew, the sad Brad Keselowski fan of the day.
Brad ran today.
He ran.
I missed it.
I think
Ran
he walked
home.
it.
He
I
ran home.
I didn't see him the whole race.
Oh,
Next
There
week.
she goes.
Next week.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this. All right, so we had our All-Star race. We had a huge party here. We actually tried, we'll get into it later, something different with our fantasy league to kind of make things a little more interesting. That part was awesome. However, the race.
Man, left a lot to be desired. And
Yeah.
It was kind of a letdown because the hype was phenomenal. I mean, everything about this. The truck race was phenomenal. The open was great. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. I'll say it. It was boring.
It was pretty boring from sitting at home.
It was
watching on
boring.
TV.
It kind of raises the question: was it boring or was it just overhyped?
Would it ever
Nope.
live up to the standard?
I'm gonna tell you
of
what I think.
people
I
put
can
out?
tell you if this was a points race, people would be saying this was awful.
Here's what I think.
That's the problem. And if it wasn't at North Wilkesboro, everyone would be like, this is terrible. It was the fact that it was at North Wilkesboro that it was like, oh, wow, that brought more to it. If it wasn't for that,
I think North Wilkesboro just exposed the next gen Cup car.
Yeah.
who would have
It's
thought?
horrible on short tracks. It's not good. It's too much grip.
Yeah.
It's not good racing. The heats, I was busy last night. Me and Lindsay last night went to a concert, so I wasn't able to do the service. I was trying to watch on the front row of a concert, but service was terrible.
I mean, you ain't gonna no.
But I watched it this morning on the rerun at 10 a.m. and I purposely turned off Twitter and everything, hoping that the excitement was going to be there. I didn't want to get spoiled, and it was like, wow, this is not great, And the truck race was phenomenal.
Truck race was great.
Yeah, 12 cautions.
Really, it wasn't even so much the cautions.
250 laps, 12 cautions. This was one, planned caution at 200 laps. It's just this car. I'm gonna say it. This car sucks on short tracks.
Yeah, it was. Really bad.
Especially this track, because if there was ever hope for this car, it was gonna be this track. Like this was gonna be the track that showed it.
What else do you want? Short track, tire fall off, half throttle, doing everything they can,
Old
and it
asphalt.
just old asphalt.
You know what?
You have all the ingredients to make a great race, and this car does not deliver.
Right.
You know what?
This car fixed mile and a halves.
Yeah.
And has ruined short tracks.
You know what's crazy
Facts.
is I just blew my mind because we go back to the first heat race, right? And they had the wet weather package on those tires, and somehow we're running faster than the regular tire.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but apparently we need to run that tire.
I guess it kind of makes sense if you have a wet weather tire, you're going to run it into the dry, right? So that tire is probably naturally going to have a lot more grip and a lot more.
Maybe.
I mean, it just depends on the rubber compound,
I guess.
So
and
that doesn't surprise me
and
so
the track
much.
could have been cooler, like by when they were running
That's
the wets.
true. That's
so
very true.
That could be maybe some.
That's
of it.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be.
From what I've seen, it's like I don't have a lot of experience watching other short tracks and stuff like that, but it's like midway through the race, I noticed it's like they aren't going that fast.
No.
And it was just like I felt like there needed to be a lot more aggressive driving for it to be more entertaining.
But you saw even when people would get to the back bumper and they would make contact, all you did was push the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes if you hit them real hard on the left
They
side,
get a
you
little
could loosen them
squiggly.
up,
Yeah, they'd kind of wiggle a little bit,
but
but
not
they would
much.
just take
It's
right
just
back
the same
off.
thing we saw at Martinsville. I mean, a little better because you have tire wear that's pretty extreme, so it's a little better. But it's the same thing we saw at Martinsville.
They were running single file most of the race, man.
Let me ask you this: if we saw a 200 lap Martinsville race, it would probably look identical to this.
Yes.
No cautions.
Yeah.
So this car is just terrible on short tracks, man.
Yeah.
And this goes back to Dale Jr. said when they were developing this car, the tire is too wide. It's too much contact to the racetrack. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Or like we always say, more power.
More power. Well, I mean, do you need more power? You're running
Yeah.
half throttle.
That's what I'm saying. They
I don't know
should
if
have
you
been.
need more
They
power.
should have been running more aggressively. I was waiting to see who was gonna run.
I was kind of surprised that at least on the straights, no one was like full throttle.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what?
You couldn't get there. You
Props
spin out the
props to
tires.
Larson.
Okay,
He worked
so-
his way all the way up the field because of that. He punched it, and he worked his way up there.
And that car might not be strictly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say 100%. I mean, there's no doubt you're taking this race and you're trying things. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Of course.
If you finish second, you don't get no money anyways. And at least if you try, what do they fail you? What do you, I mean,
Yeah, what if the
What do you
car
have
is
to lose?
illegal? What are they going to take points away?
Which is
I don't
something I don't know
think-
if we got.
can they even take points away on
from
it?
a non-point paying race?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably
I don't
not.
know. Kuzman has an interesting idea. He's like, they should have made him run smaller gas tanks. That way they'd have to pit after 75 laps.
That'd be interesting.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if that would fix it, but
Because
that,
then what do? You split the stage, and what does that fix? Nothing.
they'd have to do more than split because
This
70.
is the track is not
75
the
would
problem.
mean
It's
you'd
all
have
about
to-
the car.
I agreed.
And another pit stop doesn't fix this.
Maybe, maybe not. More caution.
Well,
caution.
we've seen races that one pit changes everything.
YouTube is not being our friends today.
No, YouTube hates me.
Or YouTube with a camera.
It's
We just
the
realized
cables.
the camera went out again.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, we'll just roll on without it.
I'll keep working on it.
You
Y'all,
can't look at our ugly faces. Sorry.
sorry. We'll keep it live until
Speak
we
for
can figure
yourself,
out what's
please.
going on.
Yeah.
You guys keep kind of run. I'll see what I can figure out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a track problem.
No.
Because the truck race was amazing. Sliding, like literally wrecking sideways, and like they just couldn't.
The cars race was really good too.
Oh, I meant to say that earlier. Yes, the cars race, the other races that were supposed to be on Tuesday that were on Wednesday.
Yeah, what's the
all the
other-
racing on
what was the
Wednesday
other
was
league?
amazing.
It was like the ASA?
The ASA.
ASA League.
I
That
missed
was
all of those
awesome,
throughout
man.
the week.
It a
were
lot like
good.
the truck race.
They had a lot
Similar
of cup
variant.
drivers in it, just trying to get experience. Like Chastain ran every race.
Yep.
He ran the truck race, the cars race. I think.
I think didn't Suarez too.
I don't think Suarez did.
Well, he
Yeah.
didn't run the truck, but he ran both the late model races.
Yeah, yeah. He
But
ran.
those
them, Bubba
races were
won
great,
them.
and I think that's where it goes into hype.
I think Bubba needed to.
You had two great late model races and an amazing truck race, and you saw practice
And then-
people struggling to hold on, and then the cup
and
race
then we
was
were
just
expecting-
wasn't.
It was mid.
the top tier, the kings of racing community for NASCAR, and the race was a very
I
mid
saw
race.
a lot of aggressive moves, but you could send it down in there and get a guy, but it just didn't. It didn't do much.
anything. Yeah.
And even if you shot him out of the way, he went 2-3 spots back because of the freight train on the inside. That there was no retaliatory move.
No, and there was no point in starting on the outside lane.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no point.
So what do you? One thing where there was a lot of warning about is the asphalt going to come apart, which actually track
didn't.
seemed to hold up great.
yeah.
So-
it was good.
Do we think? Do we think it needs to be repaved?
No, I wouldn't say so. If
Well,
the
you know
track's
what?
not falling
Well, you
apart,
know
it
what?
does not need to be repaved.
It could have been because I did see in the open, I saw Gibbs getting a little bit loose. So it could have been that they were just maybe they were driving a little bit slower because they didn't want to
Yeah, overuse their stuff.
Exactly.
I realize as I'm saying the repave question. I'm trying to fix the track. It's not the track.
It's not the
It's
track.
not the track, man.
And you know what? I'd love to see the Xfinity race come here. Oh,
That'd be wild.
I want this to be a points paying race, but not for the Cup Series.
No.
At
No, I
this
don't
point,
know.
I'm like,
There's-
let's move the All Star race back to Charlotte. It was decent there. This car's great at Charlotte. It's phenomenal. Let's put Xfinity and trucks here.
Someone said, let's go back to Texas.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Last year's Texas race was better.
Kind of wild.
I mean, we talked about before, like the definition of domination. That was it. Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Now you saw that for the All-Star race, which was what, 200 laps? What, Larson ran 150 of it?
All right, YouTube's back. Sorry.
It's okay.
Same stream or different stream?
Same stream.
Oh, nice.
I'm learning.
We did surgery.
Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that help. I know you have no idea what you were doing.
She really started kicking cables that night.
Shout out to our stagehands.
Sorry,
Where were we at?
Texas.
Wow, I missed a lot.
Yeah, we're going to North Wilkesburo to Super Speedway to fix the race.
Perfect. I'm all about it. I'm about it.
Listen,
Yeah.
3-mile track with 45-degree banking. We can do it.
Talk about something straight from a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, this was such a miss for the Cup. Like, parts of me, there's going to be a lot of the fan base that I think is really going to like this race because it is an old school race.
Yeah.
Straight up race. I mean, I read a stat that, I think it was Jeff Bodine lapped the entire field here. Was the only car in the lead lap. I mean, that's an old school race. But in today's entertainment, that's just not a thing, man.
That's the key. And I say that from someone that's new to NASCAR, right? You got a lot of new fans that are coming on board that is like, I saw a lot of the previews and the history coming up to this race. And I'm like, I'm super ready to see something very exciting. And I just didn't get that today.
No, I feel you.
You know
feel
what I
on the
mean?
same part.
So
I mean, the last time they raced at this track, I was. Not
Oh my
born,
God,
so-
Kuzman's like Haley Deegan crashing people doesn't count as trucks being sideways.
Are you sure about this?
I mean, sideways is sideways, bro.
So yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. Like you know, this was a race I was really looking forward to. You know, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. How
We've been talking about looking forward to this race since they announced it.
yeah. Like this was like one that, remember we talked about like what is a track you want to come back to. This was it for me.
Yep.
This was the track, and I'm really upset about it. Like I'm not okay. That, and we'll get into this later.
I think
I scored negative points in our fantasy league this week.
Yeah, you did.
Which, how did you do that? This isn't
man.
golf.
I'm just saying, me and Matt try to like set this up to where, because we always do new rules for our fantasy league for the All Star race.
I had the number one pick.
Although if you didn't pick Larson, you were screwed.
Big mistake.
Well, who would have ever thought that it would have been that bad of a domination?
he
I
wasn't
don't
that
know.
fast in his heat race. I don't
No.
know, bro. I don't.
He started
There's
in
no
the
way
back.
that car is legal, bro.
Nah.
He's gonna get a congratulations. Don't bring it back.
Yeah,
I
It's
think
hot.
it's going to be one of those. Kendrick has a few of those at the All Star race.
Is
They're
it
going to
a-
have to put that right next to the T-Rex car.
I was going to say, you look underneath the wrap and you peel it back, and there's a
T-Rex.
T-Rex right there. It's like, wait a
awesome.
minute, what is this?
I just.
Is it a not about it or not about it about the whole inspections on these All-Star races?
I don't
It's
know
not
what
in
the
there, but-
process is. I want to look into that a little bit.
Because you know what? Honestly, for $1 million, who wouldn't cheat for $1 million, bro?
I cheat for $5.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, $5 billion or $5?
$5, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I just, yeah, I don't know, man. They got to do something with this car. This
I'd
just
cheat
goes
for
back
just
to show that
bragging
the,
rights.
the car needs like big work on short tracks. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal on the ovals, but like, let's be phenomenal on the ovals, and then or the big ovals, the fast ovals. Charlotte, Texas, I think will be good once the pavement ages a little bit. We see it getting better. Kansas, amazing. The big ovals are great. Super Speedway needs a little bit of work. Not much, just some tweaks, and they'll probably be great. But the short tracks and the road courses, I'll put in the same vein. I think the road courses are the exact same spot. They need an overhaul. They got to figure something out. Take the diffuser off, maybe. Run a more narrow tire. I don't know what it is, but they got that. Those tracks where you have slow speeds needs major work.
Well, I kind of disagree just because Coda was very entertaining.
Coda Turn 1 was entertaining. Come on.
Oh my god! No, to me, Coda was super entertaining. So
Coda I thought it was good.
I agree with you. For sample size of this year, Coda was pretty good. It was okay. But I'm talking about like last year, the road
in
courses
comparison.
compared to where they were in 21. The road courses in 21 were like, yeah, let's have a few more. They were that good. But like this year's Coda, it was good, but it wasn't what we'd seen before,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what they do to fix it though. Like
I don't know either.
there's ideas.
Horsepower doesn't fix North Wilkesboro.
No.
Oh
No.
no.
Not in this
Not if
case.
you're running half throttle.
Nah.
So does that then kind of basically take away the
And-
whole more
and-
throttle argument?
A bunch of people were running fourth gear the whole time anyways, or fifth gear the whole time anyways.
So again, that's what I'm saying. Does that take
So
away
shifting, I don't think is a huge problem. It'd be super interesting to hear Denny Hamlin's podcast. We kind of harp on Denny Hamlin a little bit.
little?
But
Really?
no, a lot. Speaking
but,
of how
I
you
mean, I can't lie. His podcast is incredible because if you want the real inside scoop, and almost everything Denny Hamlin suggests is great for the sport. The bracket that took off the last couple weeks has been huge. And then he typically says what will fix the racing. And knowing that this racing was definitely subpar of what it needs to be, I think he's gonna. I don't see him not bringing a couple good ideas. I think his podcast drops Monday night, so that'll be interesting to hear what he says.
Yeah. So let's talk about some people that did really well in the race that I don't think we expected. Briscoe, I
Yeah.
think was really good. Like he was
Surprisingly good.
He ended up what, third or fourth?
I think he got a top 5. I mean, he smoked the other. I mean,
I think
the
he
41 and the
showed-
10 didn't even make it, right?
The 10 did not, and no, the 41 did not.
So and then Harvick,
Was terrible.
man, I'm telling you, what a letdown. The whole campaign, I was so excited. I was on the fence of buying that diecast because it meant so much to me, and now I'm like, no.
We didn't even they didn't even hardly show it
Didn't even show
because
it.
of
Bro,
how
he
bad
was a
he
lap
was.
down the whole time.
Even me that I'm like, oh, he's driving the 29. I seen the
Yeah.
video and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great.
It was
What a
terrible.
letdown, bro.
Bro, if he would have won, I would have 1,000% bought that diecast.
That would have
Yes.
been insane.
But I mean, so like that was bad. But yeah, Briscoe I thought did really good. Baby Gibbs,
Ty Gibbs started 23rd and he finished 9th.
Yeah,
Yeah, he moved up.
moved up pretty good. So
Eric
I mean,
Jones,
Eric Jones,
21st to 8th.
Can we talk about how good? I know I've said it like a million times tonight. That car was fire.
Oh
he's
yeah,
doing great.
That paint scheme was
that paint scheme. Run that every week. I'm not
That was
kidding.
a cool one. I'm not
Tyler
gonna
Reddick
lie.
was another one. He started 20th
Yeah.
and it ended 3rd.
Actually, let's just say this: 2311.
They showed up.
Bubba
Where
did
y'all
really good.
come from?
Yeah.
All right.
They showed up today.
Hey, put this in your memory bank for Martinsville. If they're in legitimate contention for the end of somebody who could show up on a little half mile, like that speaks a lot.
It does. So let's see. Let's look at our topics and see where we're at because I kind of lost track of where we were at with all the craziness. So we didn't really. Did you guys kind of talk about cautions and stuff?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that
a
part.
little bit.
All
Kuzma made a good point. He's like, it would be more interesting if 40 cars were out there that all got a good practice session and then ran a full, like maybe like an old school 400 lap race. I think the race would be a lot better.
Yeah,
I think-
Larson
think
can
it would be
lead. Then
better, not
Larson
a
can
lot
lead.
better.
Then Larson can lead 375 laps as opposed to only 180 or whatever it was, or 140 or whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely, I think it would be better having
Well, I
more
think
track
if you had the
cars,
option
more
of green
cars.
flag pit stops coming into the
Yeah.
situation on a natural run of a stage,
Well,
maybe.
you
but
know something else. Would
maybe
New-
the track will
would-
come apart a little bit. That way, we get another caution.
Okay, but something else was maybe the fact that there wasn't enough tires. Maybe play into this because if you get another,
What are you
set,
going to do with one caution?
But I'm saying at some point,
Well, we
somebody's
had
got-
two cautions.
No,
right?
no. My
Two.
Two. One on like lap 15.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about that
18.
caution.
18.
yeah. But my thing is, if you have an extra set of tires and you're way back, do you just come down and say, "Hey, let's see if we can get some extra rubber on and see if we can get going and catch back up?" Just to throw a gamble. I mean, what else do you have to lose? It's not like you're losing points.
So one of my good friends, Michael, he sent me a message. He said the beer that Larson's wife shotgun saw more action than we did at the race.
Oh, jeez.
I agree.
Straight back. Thanks, Mike.
That was
Wow.
the highlight of the race.
All right. Well, that tops.
That'll be
everything
what
else,
they're
then.
selling on the commercial for next week.
Oh, jeez. All right. So let's.
Hey, that, bro, how did he have that much grip to do a freaking lap and a half burnout?
I
Oh
don't
my
know. We should
god!
call
That's what
him
I'm
Goodyear.
saying, dude. Something was off,
And they
man.
did it. It was those
You
were
know what it
100 lap
was?
tires, right?
I think
Yeah.
he was running the wet weather tires.
I
He had
think-
to.
yeah,
That's
I
the
don't
only
think he
way he
told
was
anyone.
that fast.
All right. Y'all move on to the next topic. I got to fix the YouTube again.
Fix the
Oh
YouTube,
God.
Fixing the YouTube.
man. What
Jake,
about
do you wanna jump into like how our fantasy was kind of going?
Yeah, so we kind of mixed it up this week. We did a little bit. We always do something different for the All Star and for the Clash, and it kind of varies depending on like
What we want to try?
that, and it just kind of depends on like depends on the format, right?
Right.
So it's kind of the All Star is a freaking moving target every year of what we're gonna do. So like this year we did like you get like a random draw. We did like an NFL style draft where we all drew numbers out of a bowl, and that was you had to pick in that order. And the Open had 16 guys. So we all got two. It actually worked out perfectly.
That was fun.
That,
And then
yeah,
we
that
did,
did work out.
for the All Star race. We did 24 drivers, 8 people, so you got 3 drivers each. That's for Lewis because he says the drummer can't do that math. So.
This was really struggling.
Yeah. So we did. If you picked the winning driver, you got 100 points. If you won if the driver was in the lead during the competition caution, you got 25 points. And then 10 points for most laps led, 5 points if your driver leads the lap, 10 points if your driver's first off pit road. So here's the deal. Jeff had Kyle Larson, so Jeff got all the points, and we all got no points.
It was disgusting.
Oh, no.
DJ got negative points.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Me and Matt tried to like make this like, yeah, you're not gonna lose
we
points.
tried to make it as fair as
Yeah.
possible. Like you could get so many points.
Yeah.
Like if it's gonna be one of those action-packed races with a lot of people in the lead, a lot of lead challenges, a lot of cautions, like we could start racking up points because someone like DJ who's like 400, 500 points behind.
I don't know how many it is.
In our fantasy league,
I don't even look
we
anymore.
will try to help him out the most we can. You know,
You give Jeff a bunch of extra points, and then
I literally just let him pick one driver.
And you know what's worse is like I was super hoping to get on the actual All-Star race to pick first. Because my theory was, okay, one I can pick first. And I know I'm going to pick, what is that, 16th or whatever. But I'm also going to pick 17th. So I knew that the first place was probably the best one to have.
Who'd you pick?
Logano. He was really good until he had
I wouldn't have picked. If I was first, I wouldn't have picked Larson.
No.
Based off of his
No.
I was planning to pick Larson.
But
Yeah.
I picked Logano. And then I picked Buscher. I picked what's it called? I picked Logano, and then I picked Briscoe.
Yeah.
Briscoe was doing really good, and then I picked Harvick. I figured, hey, like this is 29. I figured they were going to make sure he was up front.
You obviously didn't watch the heat race. Harvick started the race and went straight backwards.
Yep.
I think he had 3 tires on.
It was complicated.
No, it was fun. I actually really like this NFL style draft. We're gonna do this again.
It made
I
everyone.
liked how we did that.
We might have to pick another race, maybe like I don't even know, maybe like Daytona, like playoff cutoff race, like last race, and we'll just do it again. I don't know, something like that. It'd be fun. We could pick random anyways. I mean,
if your car's in a wreck, minus 10 points.
but yeah, we say that to say somehow DJ finds a way to be
Negative.
the worst driver or the worst picker in the fantasy league. Almost. Are you in last?
Dead last.
Yeah.
And now he's
And
minus
you
5
found the
points.
way to like score negative points. I didn't even think that was
I'd
possible.
like to point out that after
we intentionally tried to make it to where you could not score negative points.
Coming into this race, I was in a better position than I am right now.
Oh God.
Wait, we even thought about.
So we're counting that? We're counting the negative points?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Me and Matt were like, should we do like you can't lose points? We're like, nah, nobody will lose points.
Nobody's that dumb.
Oh my god.
Here comes DJ. So, yep.
Open the door.
Oh my god. It's gonna do it.
That's what I feel like this week, man. All right. So, all
Better
right.
like next year, DJ.
Listen.
Hey, is this why the camera quits working?
Yes, that piece that I took
found a
off.
piece right
Do
here.
we need that?
Oh, okay.
No, we
So-
don't. No, it's running now. It's
Plug
been.
it in.
I've had to fix it once already, but now at least I know how to fix it fairly quickly.
That's good.
Plug in the cord. I got no more plugs. We're gonna get totally canceled.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. All right, so let's move on to our About It, Not About It section. So our About It, Not About It section, for those of you guys that are just listening or first tuning in, because I highly doubt you're turning into this show. But anyway, if you are, basically we'll throw out a topic, and then we say whether we're about it
Or not.
or not about it. So first one coming up, the All-Star,
Why do you always stop when I crack one, bro?
because it's better for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of fun to
You want
silently
one?
judge you. No, I'm good.
It's a Celsius.
Listen, I probably need it after all this crap. All right,
Watermelon Celsius.
and All-Star race at North Wilkesburo. Should it continue or should it be a points race? I don't really know how that's about it or not about it. So we'll do it in 2 parts. Should it continue?
Should North Wilkesboro come
Continue as a points race.
back? Who? Are you looking at me?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with you.
Okay. Wow, okay.
Sorry, I didn't. That came off more aggressive than I meant.
I think it should definitely come back. The energy was hype. It was limited seats. I mean, it looked great on TV. The pre-race stuff was great. I say move throwback weekend to North Wilkesboro and fix the short track package in general, and this will be probably one of the best races of the year.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
Man, get out of here.
It is, bro.
Why?
Like Chex Mix.
Because there's so many good
Oh,
tracks.
like Chex Mix.
I think if you
have
combine
one-
North Wilkesboro with the throwback, I mean, you see like all the old logoing, like they kept all the paint the same. They just repainted some stuff. Like it has that throwback vibe. Like I think we like.
But to be one of
there's
the
no
best
reason-
races of the year.
Yeah. It could be like if they fix the racing, and you mix it with throwback, could be pretty fire. Like
If-
throwback weekends at Darlington is awesome, but throwback weekend at Darlington on Mother's Day,
Not about it.
yeah, bro. Why are we racing on Mother's Day? You know, I mean, it's just, you know,
I mean,
feel
every
it.
other sport, whatever holiday comes,
They play.
they play. So, I mean, I see that as a good thing. But
So I mean, but I would say like, but NASCAR is the everyman sport. That's what it is. You know, I mean, like football, like I don't know, man. Like it's just there's like a groundedness to auto racing. Like yeah, these guys are incredible, but like the whole atmosphere, this is like anybody. You can wear whatever you want, you can dress however you want, you can party however you want, you can camp however you want. Like nobody cares. Like it's the ultimate show up and just be you. You know, you're not worried about, oh, do I got to do this? Like there's none of that. You know, like if you go to like a football game, you got to be like, oh, you know, what color are we wearing? Da, da, da. Like there's more to it that goes into it. Like, you know, I don't know. It just like it feels like super laid back and that's how NASCAR should be.
What if they don't fix the short track package? What if this is just it? They can't do anything else. This is the car they run.
Tear the asphalt up and run dirt. Try it.
That's what I was gonna say.
What happens if it doesn't work? You can't put the old
better
asphalt
than
back.
That's better than putting dirt on Bristol.
They could, man. Look what they did at the LA Coliseum, man.
They can do
They
whatever they want.
Because
They
they
can do
disrespected my
whatever.
boy.
Oh, that race was super great too.
Yeah, and you know what? I would say I would be about it if they do turn it into a dirt track. That would be a sight to see.
I agree. Okay, I'll play devil's advocate here. My only thing is, if you put dirt on it, does that now alienate all the old school fans and be like, man, you brought back this track and then you desecrated it?
Depends.
got rid of
It
it.
depends. 'Cause
Yeah.
like the asphalt, you saw how much patching
They're
there
going to
was.
have to do something.
I mean, realistically, are you going to keep? I mean, say they don't race on this for another year, right? All the cold winters of northern North Carolina and the hot summers being in the southeastern United States is going to take its toll, and more of the racetrack is going to come up, which means there's going to be more patching. So, at what point do you say
They're gonna have to repatch it.
that's? I
Or
mean,
repave
there
it.
was so much patching on there. I was like, this is
They might
half
get
patching.
one more year out of
And
it.
then where are they
Maybe.
racing? On the repaved apron.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what?
On the
It's
concrete apron.
yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't
like-
even like asphalt. It was concrete.
You have
Well,
multiple.
wasn't one side asphalt and one side was
Yes,
concrete? Or was it
because
both
there was
sides?
patches on the very bottom of the track. And so they were running their right sides on the new asphalt that was the patch, and the left sides were on the concrete.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. So
My thing is this: you have multiple of each kind of track. You have multiple super speedways. You have multiple short tracks. You have multiple road courses. Why not have multiple dirt courses? Right?
Stop
You
it.
have Bristol dirt.
No.
And then
I don't
North-
think you're going to see two dirt races in,
I don't know.
in
Bristol
NASCAR.
dirt was pretty good
I'm
this
fine
year.
with multiple, but quit putting dirt on Bristol.
It's funny because you used to
So
love it.
replace dirt, Bristol
Nah, it
dirt
was
with
fun one time, and I want to see dirt, but just not on Bristol, man. That's the best short track.
Daytona.
oh god.
super speed.
Talladega, they got all that clay anyways.
Super
put them
speedway.
out there on the boulevard.
Super speedway dirt racing.
Just in the turns. Just in the turns.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been saying for years, if you're gonna like what Kuzman, if you're gonna run a dirt race, put it on an actual dirt track. Go to your oh gosh, what's the
Volusia.
name? Yes, Volusia.
Ooh, that'd be way too small. though.
Yeah.
So small.
No, gosh, what's
That's the only one I
the
know
one
here
Tony
in town.
Stewart owns? I can't think of the name. of it.
Eldora.
Eldora, jeez.
Yeah,
Um,
Eldora almost has most of the facilities that with
You
a little
wouldn't
bit
have
of
to do
work,
much.
you could probably make it a cup venue.
Or let's have a lot of fun and do it right after the Chili Bowl. And do it
Oh
in
my
the Chili
God.
Bowl.
Spicy.
Quarter mile asphalt is enough.
Yeah,
That
right.
is on
Hey.
dirt.
How do you feel about it? Are you about it or not about it?
What?
The topic.
Yeah, I said I'm about it if they turn it into dirt. If not, I'm not about it.
Okay, now how about this? What if they made North Wilkesboro a purpose-built dirt track?
That would be freaking awesome, dude.
Purpose-built. It's a dirt track. Not gonna put dirt on the asphalt. It is a purpose-built dirt track.
Because my thing is this, right? If you're gonna bring something back, bring it back like even better than it was before, or at least just different.
Yeah,
You know, to be more exciting. It's better for the sport.
yeah. I think it's just cool, to like get it. Like it's just cool to like do it one time on the old asphalt.
Especially on the All-Star race. I mean, that's,
It was cool because the truck race was great. Like the truck race on the old asphalt was like if the cup race was anything like the truck race, bruh, don't even patch that thing until it's all repatched. Just keep patching. You know, but like the way it was, like I just.
It was a rough race to watch.
This is what I'm almost saying. Do we just let the cup guys go? Don't race here and quit racing in Portland and bring the Xfinity guys here.
Yeah.
Get rid of a race way out there in the middle of freaking nowhere, Seattle, and come back, or Oregon. Portland, Oregon?
I don't know. Washington.
Northwest United States.
I'm in Florida. I don't need to know that.
Bring the furthest racetrack away from us. But bring that race to North Wilkesburo. And just truck it. What if you do something like on Mother's Day weekend? Doubleheader on Friday. Trucks in the middle of the day. Xfinity like in the night. Saturday night. Then you're off Sunday.
It'd be nice.
You know?
I think a lot of the drivers would like that.
And in the meantime, fix the Cup car. So that way they can come back to short tracks.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our lap.
You didn't even say if you were about it or not.
Oh, I guess I didn't. Sorry.
He's busy.
DJ's trying to juggle off 1,000 things.
I'm going to be honest. Listen.
Okay, are you about the camera or not about the camera?
Well, I figured out what the problem is, but I can't fix it.
Oh, goodness.
It's a camera setting.
Well, he's not about the camera at this
moment. No, it's actually my fault because I didn't switch the camera set. I know what it is, and I think I could fix it.
Do you want to
now.
go fix it?
I might.
I'll do it right now.
No,
Be all right.
Wait, did you
Anyway.
say if you were about it or not? You did.
I was really hoping you
North
did.
Wilkesboro. Okay, so I'll say this: North Wilkesboro, based off of what I saw tonight, I'm not about it.
Okay.
However,
Facts.
I want to be about it. But
Me too.
Off of what I saw tonight, no.
But don't
not about it.
blame
100%.
the racetrack.
I don't.
It's not the racetrack.
No. I
3
agree.
out of 4 races this weekend were perfectly fine or great,
Agreed.
and one was trash. There's
Because
a
of the
common
car.
denominator on short tracks and a certain car that runs in the top level
We agreed
of
it's
NASCAR.
the size of the tire, right? It's just too much
Could
surface
be,
area.
could be. I mean,
Could be a number of things.
I'll tell you, let's just get the Gen 6 car. Let's bring it back for just the short tracks.
Well, listen, are you about
Just
it
the
or
short
not
tracks,
about
just the
it?
short tracks. I'm not.
and
I'm
road
on
courses.
DJ's
And road
side.
courses. Come on.
Sure, road courses, whatever. No, see, I like the next gen car on the road courses. I thought it's been good.
We've seen one, right? One.
I mean, I watched all last year.
Yeah.
I thought they were good.
All right,
I
what's
liked
the
them.
next
I was
one,
about
DJ?
it.
We're just gonna drag on forever.
All right, so
What's up with your mic, bro?
it was muted.
Oh, that's
All
right.
right,
We're doing great.
look, I've got too many things. All right, Larson dominating the race, and with no competition that can clearly match his cheated up car. Nate,
Come on, Henry.
I'm not
guy.
about it, bro.
Really?
I think honestly, if $1 million is on the line, there needs to be an inspection.
They're gonna have one.
So how come they didn't have one today?
They're probably doing it right now.
Oh, so they are. That's
Yeah.
what I had asked you guys.
You didn't ask me.
Oh God.
They're gonna do like a full blown inspection. It's just if they can catch what they're doing,
They're of course gonna catch if they're cheating.
unless they don't know what to look for.
They look for everything.
But they might.
They
not
strip
find
it down to bare bones.
I don't know. This could be NASCAR's way of saying, "Hey, listen, we know the Larson was wrecked two weeks in a row, so we're just gonna let him win this one."
No. There has to be an inspection because you know what? If $1 million is on the line, you better check if the guy's
I mean,
cheating or
there's
not.
no doubt. We talked about it. There's probably something on there that's definitely playing in the gray area, skirting with the rules, whatever, however you want to say it, right?
He was almost a lap of ahead of everybody, dude. At one point in the race,
Yeah,
he was so far ahead, it was not even funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, this dude is there's a reason why he has a ride in the Indy 500 next year. We've talked about that a bunch today.
I mean, he's a great racer, yeah.
He's the. I mean, Formula One drivers voted him the best in the world. So at the same time, if you're going to show
Yeah,
up
but
to an
they don't know how
all-star
to
race,
drive.
the best. Oh my God! Stop.
They don't even know how to pass people. They're still learning.
Oh my God. I just we saw this was a showcase, no gimmicks, no nothing. If you're the best, come out and prove you're the best, and he did, and it was ugly.
Yeah.
If Ross Chastain doesn't wreck Brennan Poole in front of you, if Ross Chastain doesn't slam you in the wall, if whatever
Denny
other
Hamlin.
circumstance doesn't get in your way, he's gonna freaking be a monster, bro.
Yeah.
I think this was the first race in like 10 races that we did not see Ross Chastain door
Very
anybody.
quiet. It's because they did that whole promo.
whole thing.
They did that promo.
Dude,
You've had contact in the
nine-
last 9 races. He's like, oh, I must have missed a few.
They only
I
showed
don't remember
5.
9.
And then they only showed 5.
Well, I mean, they only got so much time. It probably was 9.
Well, it depends on what they count as contact.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like
mean, if he's near
if
it, everybody's blaming him
if
anyway.
Suarez got mad at him at Coda and bumped him in the back, does that count as contact?
Yes.
I don't know. I think I saw Ricky Stenhouse spin off his nose earlier today.
Was he there?
No,
I was
not even
say,
close.
Hashtag thanks, Ross.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so as far as, look, there are times where I'm like, seeing a domination is a race, someone dominate a race is kind of cool every once in a while. I wasn't about it today. Like, it was it didn't make it exciting.
No.
I would say even the race for second and third, fourth was
not that great.
Sad. The race was like 11th and 12th.
Yeah,
It
which
was
was
that far
weird.
back.
That was what, and the thing is, it's not like this is a points race, so literally
Nobody
10th
could
and
get-
11th means nothing.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It was
who
like
cares?
nobody could get the runs, man. Like they couldn't.
well. They would get there and like give him a bump, but they just.
they just whoop, wiggle and get back
And
on
then if
track.
you did ship them up far enough, they would just fall 3-4 spots back. And there was no race
or
because
they
you
hit
already
the wall, cause a caution, and then everyone's mad at you for wrecking them.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
do
was-
something.
So, all right. So let's move on to our. Did everyone go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
good
missed
enough.
that. All right. So let's move on. You got to go.
Yeah, I gotta head out, guys, but
All right.
it was fun, man.
Yep.
All right, man.
I'll see you guys on the next one.
Make
Yeah,
like
man,
a baby
we'll
and
see
head
you.
out.
Glad you could be here, man. It was good to have you back.
Nate's first All-Star race season. No, the
First All-Star race season.
Get them out of here.
Oh yeah. Yep. By the way, we do have these shirts. If we get enough people,
limited edition to us only. So.
yeah, I was say if we get enough people asking about it, we might actually make it like a.
If you can
production
make
item.
Nate comfortable enough to put his face out there in the public market,
Yeah, that's ultimately what it is. Nate didn't want his face on. I don't blame him,
oh my god!
but still. Anyway,
What's our next one?
next topic. All right, so McDowell messing with Gibbs and Barry in the open after he gets wrecked. So, what did we?
I'm trying. I missed it. Sorry. What was
I
it?
just read it.
I know. I was reading the comment on YouTube.
This is why I can't give you all like shiny buttons. All right.
Yeah. This Celsius got me feeling.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
Feeling funny.
supposed to make you focus, right?
I think that's a fermented one.
Oh, jeez. All right, Jake. McDowell messing with Gibbs and Barry in the open.
About it. That's all I got to say. He got roughed up. He roughed him back.
I'm not about it.
Oh my god!
No, I am about it.
I was like,
I had Gibbs in the first opening, so I was like, please don't drop. Please don't drop. So I was about it, but I'm about it.
McDowell should have
Yeah.
wrecked him.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I thought he would rough him up more.
He said he wanted to. He's
He
like, I
tried
should have
to.
just
You
put him
could
back
tell
in
he
the
was
wall.
trying.
I
He was
I
trying.
think his car may have been too messed up.
Yeah. He
Maybe.
couldn't turn as sharp as he needed to.
Yeah. Now the thing is this because this isn't a points paying race? Do you think NASCAR, if he did wreck him, do you think NASCAR would have done anything?
No. I don't think so.
Why? He didn't wreck him. He just got loose.
That's all
All
I
right,
saw.
Kenseth. Like,
I mean, he was
calm down.
already
Brakes failed.
obviously damaged. Like, you can't expect his car to drive perfect. I mean, if he hits you a little bit, I mean, hey, my car doesn't
Hey,
drive straight.
I didn't try to wreck him. I was just trying to rattle his cage.
Hey, man, don't drive straight. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think you can do much about it. I mean, I'm about it. I'm about drama. I think it makes things more
That was
interesting.
all the drama we got all day.
That was it.
That unfortunately,
And Recky Spenthouse delivering.
and unfortunately, Ross was quiet today, so we didn't have any.
Yeah.
Normally, when Ross gives
Not
us something to
much.
talk
Ross was
about,
like, no points.
Not about it.
you ain't gonna hear from me. All right, moving on to our last about it, not about it topic: post race interviews with Bubba. So,
Class act.
to be fair, we think. Can we confirm what Nate said earlier?
I can't confirm it.
So-
I do know I watched the interview on TV and I 100% missed it.
Yeah,
I had
That
to
was
get
smooth.
So okay,
all of it
Smooth
off the
Matt,
Twitter.
criminal right
because I
there.
haven't seen the video. Matt, go ahead and explain to the listeners what specifically.
Basically, he was getting interviewed by Jamie Little, and he was adjusting his shirt, and
Let everybody
he
know.
let everyone know that everyone else is a number one except for him. he
I haven't
blinked them
seen
all off. It was pretty apparent.
So
And then he went on and said, "Man, I really wish my car was as cheated up as Larson's." You know,
Or he
I
said
gotta get
some-
this-
what did he say?
He
Something
straight
about
up
the
said, like,
louvers?
I need the louvers or something, whatever he's got on his car to be able to win this.
Yeah,
He called it right out.
That was kind of like a half joke. Like the way he said it, you could tell like he was like half joking.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
but
sure
he
Bubba
knows,
and like
bro.
Larson are pretty close as friends, right?
Well,
Like,
I
they're
don't
all
know. The
kinda
last
in,
last time I saw an incident with them, it was
that's true.
it was
They might
Las
not be.
Vegas, and
They might not. He might not be in that friends group.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure it's like Bubba, Elliot,
It used to be Larson was in there.
Stenhouse,
Blaney.
Like they're all like friends. So it's I don't know if Larson.
I think Suarez might even technically be in there if
Maybe.
they can understand what he's saying. Oh, listen, I love Suarez.
Oh my god,
Listen,
we are so canceled.
But anyway,
listen, I love Suarez, but
Anyway.
he's tough sometimes.
I'll
Anyway.
give you that. Sometimes it's a little tough.
Yeah,
As
Bubba
much
flicked
as I
off the
love to root
camera.
for him, but sometimes it can be a little tough.
yeah. Anyway, so what we did hear that I don't know if this is true, so we can't confirm is that there was possibly somebody that actually somehow broke into his radio.
somehow got into the link. I don't know.
And
I couldn't
started-
tell you. I don't know anything.
I
about
don't
it.
know if that's true or not, but if so, that would kind of make sense why he would do that.
Yeah.
But he did also get booed a whole lot too. So
Well, yeah. I mean, he was already walking into the weekend. People were already like, "How do you feel about being booed so
What are you
much?
looking
How
at
do you
for?
feel about
I'm just watching.
how do you feel about being booed?" And he's like, "I mean, it's every week. This is what I get. I'm just a lot closer to the stand, so I can hear him a little bit louder now." So I mean, he's already kind of walking in with like a chip on his shoulder. He's already ticked off about it, and now he finishes second. Right? He feels that the guy who was in first was
Nothing.
He's just, man, he's
Nothing.
just looking weird. I don't know.
just looking
What do
weird.
you want me to do? I'm just gonna stare at my phone. Okay.
The guy who won the race,
You
he's
look like
already
you're taking a nap on
assuming-
YouTube.
was already assumed to be cheating. So it's like I don't know. I think he had a chip on his shoulder. I think he really had the idea that he had the car to get up there and win. I think he was just mad.
Honestly, his car was starting to come together there at the end.
Yeah, he just couldn't make up
It
like
just-
12 seconds.
the 13
I
second
think Kyle Larson's like, 4 seconds is enough for me to make this close. Like I'm not gonna.
You know
he
what?
probably could have ran out to another 10, 11, 12 seconds like he did before.
You know what,
but-
you know what it
you're already gonna
reminds
win.
me of? It reminds me of that scene in The Incredibles where Dash goes and actually like races in the race, and they're like, "No, pull it back, pull
I
it
think
back,
that's
make it
exactly
close.
what it
No,
was.
don't give up. Like, make it close. Second, go for second. Like that's what I felt like Larson
Yeah.
was today.
Let him get to 3.5. Okay.
Okay,
All right,
then
go back to 4. Go back to 4.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was a little.
Everyone else had pretty calm,
weird.
pretty calm post race interviews. Elliot
There was
had a pretty.
What
pretty
was the
baseball
thing
one.
you wanted to bring up? Something with Elliot and
He was just
what's his name?
frustrated.
Yeah, but I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot was just. I mean, it's the
Gosh.
same. It's the same song and dance that we've been having.
The track walk or the grid walk. The grid walk, is that what it is?
Oh, he said so. Yeah, the grid walk with
Michael Waltrip.
Michael Waltrip. He said something to Michael. He's like, "Yeah, I think you should leave."
Yeah, and it was like,
I think you
geez.
should leave, and he's like, "I think I should do," and he just left, just disappeared.
Does anybody even like the grid walk?
I want them to do it at the end of the race. I think that would be so much more fun.
I think it would be a lot funnier, but those drivers would hate it so much more.
it would be awesome. If you
But
did
it
at
would
the
be
end of the
hilarious.
race.
Like, can you
No.
imagine after a race where they're like totally out and like they're dehydrated and everything? They're passed out in their car, and Michael, "Hey man, how you doing? That was a tiring race. Are you exhausted? Get out of my
Imagine
face!"
going up to no. Why are you grabbing Ross like that? What? Oh God!
Yes. Oh, it would be entertaining for
they're
sure.
fighting. They're fighting.
I could just see him all of a sudden. Let's get ready to rumble.
Did Daryl Waltrip do the boogity?
He did
boogity?
not.
No,
Man, what a letdown.
I'm kind of surprised. Like with him, not that was his thing.
Y'all know I've been a little harsh on Daryl Waltrip back in the day, but like, man, I kind of wanted it today.
You know,
Actually, his antics and his
It felt dialed
whatever
down.
you want to call it, like it was kind of nice to see it come back. I don't want to see it every week, but it was kind of nice. Like compared to last week and some of the throwbacks and stuff they had, like I actually really enjoyed
yeah.
Daryl Waltrip this week.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. This is gonna sound weird, as Daryl Waltrippy as he normally was.
He's pretty calm.
Yeah, he was,
He's calmed down.
and I thought it was great having Larry Mack in the booth. That was awesome.
Love it.
I did kind of feel bad for Clint because you could tell he felt like the fourth wheel of the group because they're like, "We're getting the band back together," and he's just
Clint's over
standing there like, "Okay, thanks guys." But Thanks, guys. Welcome back. It's great. All right, so that wraps up the About It, Not About It section, unless you guys want to bring up anything else that we want to do, not about it or
I
anything.
mean, there just wasn't much with the cup.
Honestly.
I feel like we're even almost stretching with 4.
A little bit. So, all right. So, if you guys have a topic that you guys want to see us talk about for the About It, Not About It topic, you can always tweet us or comment to the videos, comment on any of our social media posts, and we will definitely add it into the show if we have room. Which this week we would have had it because there wasn't much to talk about. All right, that moves us on to the Kuzman and Friends question of the week.
And friends.
Kuzman and friends.
Well, I made it in Friends because Grandma added.
One time.
I mean, that's still something. So Kuzman and Friends question of the week.
Kuzman, you don't have a choice. If anyone else comments, they're automatically your friend.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, it is what it
You don't have
is.
to be your best friend, but they're at least a friend.
All right, so Jake, go ahead and read us the Kuzman question.
He says, what driver and lower funded equipment would you like to see get a chance in a top car? This question is for any of the top 3 series.
Oof.
So anybody in the top 3 series, who do you want to see in a top ride?
I can think of several. LaJoy,
That's the first one that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Gregson.
Yeah, but I want to see him do a couple years in lower stuff, kind of get his feet wet.
Okay,
You know,
fair enough. Yeah, but I do want to see him.
eventually,
yeah,
yes.
I think he's going to make his way there.
Yeah,
Barry
I'm
is
trying to
one
think of
for
other
sure.
people.
He's in a top ride now, but in a year or two, think about like Chase, Byron,
I think
Bowman. Those 3 guys needed a couple years, and they all got a lot of wins in the Hendrick stuff.
to me,
So I
Barry's proved himself, so I don't need to see him in top tier equipment because I think he's going to get.
But
top
he's
tier.
not. I mean, he's a sub for a top tier team.
Agreed.
And we've seen a lot of him this year due
That-
to some unfortunate circumstance for Hendrick. But you exclude those. I think he comes to my list, which I guess the rumor is that he could be going to the 4 car. But
I think that's where he's going.
I mean, I do too. I mean, if you're SHR, I mean, seems to be pretty good. So, any others?
Lindsay had a good one. Sorry, you go ahead, Matt.
I've always rooted for Zane Smith. At least in the Cup Series, like I just want to see him go as far as he can. 'Cause
Yeah, that's a good one.
He proved himself in trucks. Did he go to Xfinity?
I don't think he has.
So
I think he's doing the subbing now, but
I'm gonna
I
have to
think it's
fact check all that. But
Yeah.
trucks he was great in. So
Lindsay had a good point. Totally forgot. Matty D.
I don't know, man. The
Rise,
time he was in
fall,
the 21, that was a good car.
Yeah, but look at Burton.
I don't think they're good in it right now, man.
No,
Well,
Ford's
I,
still-
I don't
Ford
think,
is
I don't
struggling.
think I don't think they're very good. They're not very strong. I feel like they've kind of missed the bandwagon on the next gen, and then you couple that with a brand new driver. I think they've really kind of messed up here
yeah.
Maybe
without
It could be.
having somebody. We all know they're closely aligned with Penske, right? But
Yeah.
you don't have somebody that you can like really lean
I
on.
don't think Logano's like really going out and helping
Say like when
Burton.
Blaney joined Penske.
Mhm.
Imagine the relationship he had with him and Brad.
Yeah, they were close.
With Logano and Brad, right? It's just different than when you're trying to bring in him, who's like an affiliate. Like they're all together. The cars are prepared at the Penske shop. It's just, I feel like it's not the same. And if it was, we would see better results. But like, man, the 21 is bad.
Yeah.
Like it's not running good. It's not like, oh, they're in a rough. Like it is running bad, and it's been running bad for 2 years. If it keeps going, dude, somebody else will be in the 21.
They're
Like,
gonna have to.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, because right now that's the problem is, do we know for sure that it's Burton and not just that it's Ford?
I think this year.
I mean, did he set the world on fire in Xfinity?
No,
He had a pretty good run in 20,
He didn't have as good as a run as like Cindric or Briscoe.
or Noah, or Gibbs,
Nothing.
Yeah.
He was
You
nowhere
know,
close to that.
and he was in similar equipment as Gibbs.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
That's what I'm saying.
he's decent, but the 21 car mixed with the young driver who's I just
No,
I don't know,
okay.
man.
Thought of no, because we've seen. I was saying I thought of another one, Jones, but he was in Gibbs' car.
I would
at one
like
time.
to see him back in top tier equipment because I think he would be really good
hey,
now.
today he kind of proved a little bit.
He like when the
made
car's
most
right.
out of that car.
Yeah, when the car is right and the situation's right, you see him run up front.
Hmm. And he was fairly aggressive. He was pushing people, trying to get him out of the way.
What about that new guy, Ryan Newman?
Man, I mean,
I'd like to see him
I
in some
really
good
see
stuff.
his whole career is just going to take off. I mean, you can only go up from Rick Ware Racing. I think they're already thinking about calling him the Rocket Man or something like that. I've heard it around.
You know, I've heard. Look, I don't know about you guys, but what I saw today, that man is hard to pass.
Someone with a very similar name won the 2008 500.
I just don't know how he didn't win the fan vote, bro. Not in
Honestly.
the top 5.
He didn't have a promo video to be mayor of North Wilkesboro.
That's true.
North Wilkesboro.
Right.
Kuzman says,
Yep,
yeah,
you saw it.
McDowell. That'd be a good one.
Yep.
I think
McDowell's done his run. I don't know. I feel like McDowell, like he's been with the 34 for so long. I think he's just gonna stay with
He's
the
a
34.
good driver, though.
I feel like he's that
He's
guy
proven
that
that he's
he'll
good.
take the car and he'll make it a little better when the situations are right and take care of the equipment. I don't see him being the Kyle Larson, Ross
No.
Chastain, like that, almost like that checkers or wreckers mentality.
I would put
where
him-
you're giving that extra 5% on the edge of wrecking the car.
I would say
Okay.
I would compare him more to like a Almirola or a
That's
Yes.
exactly
Austin
what I was
Dillon.
just gonna say.
You know, kind of like not like great, but like maybe one win a year.
would he be,
you know, kind of thing.
Would he be someone that like the 10 car would look for? If they want like an experienced driver,
Possibly
Hadn't
kind of
considered that.
someone to teach.
takes care of the equipment.
Yeah.
Could teach a Barry.
hmm Because if say Barry goes over to the 4, right? That's the rumors. Barry's to the 4,
Most likely.
right? I mean, Barry's like an older. I say an older guy because the field's so young now, but he's an older guy, but he's still relatively newer to the Cup Series.
Yep.
McDowell's gonna have that experience, but then you also got
Briscoe
Briscoe, who
and Priest.
And Priest, I mean, Priest hasn't ran in the Cup Series, so he's still fairly new, you know. And then Briscoe's got some experience, but I mean, not enough. He's missing like the wisdom of driving.
I think that makes a lot of
I
sense.
think
Could
that 34 might be a contender for the 10 if they're looking for someone with experience.
That's
I
I
was
honestly
kinda curious.
Kind of
I
like
wonder what
a
his
Kurt
contract
Busch
looks
to
like.
Bubba kind
yeah.
of situation.
I hadn't really considered that, but that's a really good point.
Yeah,
I wonder what
mean,
his
he's already a
contract looks
Ford.
like at Furniture Row.
Yeah,
That he would be. I think he's on a year contract, so he could be available for next year.
Could
that'd
be.
be smart.
That'd be interesting. So
Any other
Um,
ones? I mean,
I'm trying to think of like
so many good prospects moved up this year from Xfinity
that's
to Cup.
kind of the problem. Well, yeah, because we've mostly been talking Cup Series. Like what? Okay, drivers in lower tiers. You know, Truck Series. Who?
There's a lot of new people. in Truck
Hocevar
Series.
maybe. Hocevar's showing maybe
He could be
some.
pretty good.
I don't like.
I mean,
Honestly,
it's
I
the
would love
trucks.
to
It's
see.
so early. Like so many of the drivers, it's so early in their career to say like, yeah, I want to see these guys in top tier equipment because we've only seen them for a couple of years.
Right.
I feel like Haley Deegan has almost kind of been like a tease for a while. Like as far as like, is she good? Is she not good? Like you know, you kind of teeter back and forth of, you know, she might be good, but the truck is bad. She won some races in ARCA. Like it's kind of like I wonder like if she got like in a really competitive race winning ride from the year before, like what could she do? You know, and that would be like the true marker, so we could know like once and for all for her.
I mean, she's in a Thor Sport car, right?
Yeah, but ThorSport is missing this year. They are not the same team they were last year. I was with you on this bandwagon, but what has ThorSport done this year? Matt Crafton isn't running good. Matt Crafton didn't run good last year, the year before. I mean, they're very mid.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a winning team in the same way, like, you know, when Kyle Busch
I think their
rolls up
best
there, their
driver this
vehicle
year has
rolls.
been Majeski.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Majeski,
probably.
I think, is their best driver this year.
Yeah.
And then Ben Rhodes is probably second. Then Crafton and Deegan, just because Deegan's wrecked.
What about Xfinity? Like who's
Who's Corey Heim race for? Joe Gibbs, right?
Yeah.
Or
Ryan
Kyle Busch-
Truex.
Kyle
Hey,
Busch, you
Ryan
mean?
Truex. That's actually a good one to bring up.
Ryan
Kinda
Truex
came out of
would be,
nowhere, but
yeah.
he's in the 19 for Xfinity.
maybe?
You know, maybe another year or so under his belt with them.
Yeah.
Kind of prove. I think Ryan Truex might be a contender to take Martin's spot.
Grant Enfinger.
They don't have to change the name on the
Kuzman?
windshield.
Kuzma mentioned Grant Enfinger.
Yeah, but he lost his full-time ride.
I don't like Enfinger.
I don't know.
I don't like him either, man. I tried to say hi to him at Daytona. He wasn't very nice.
Hey man, what are you doing?
Oh jeez.
It was a good race.
All right, so let's move on. So Kuzman, thank you for submitting your question. Like as I've said, if you guys want to submit your own question, you can do that on Twitter. Is probably the best place. You can find us at Here for the Speed there, and we've tried to be pretty active on Twitter, and we do not say who is usually tweeting things, so there's some plausible deniability, just in case. I'll tell you I don't have the login, so it's somebody else. Anyway,
he says that.
That's true. Do I? Anyway, so let's talk about next week. So next week is a big day. So
Is it?
It's
it is.
Oh yeah, it's
It's-
Motorsports Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your Christmas. Come on.
It is.
So we're gonna be doing a lot. We're gonna be doing a lot. We're not 100% sure what all we're gonna be doing, how we're gonna be doing it. Right now,
I know what I'm gonna be doing.
well, we're gonna be watching races. And yes,
100%.
so we
I
are
will
probably
be up watching racing at 8 a.m.
we are probably what we're thinking right now is we're probably gonna be on YouTube if I can get the camera to work. We will be on. I think, like I said, I think I know what the problem is now.
these
So we're
wires
gonna
are
watch. We're gonna watch the Formula One race, which is first. That's at Monaco. We think what we're gonna
9
do
a.m.
is do a short. Is it 9 a.m.?
Yep.
Okay. So we think we're gonna do a short little like just YouTube only exclusive. Just kind of post race, kind of talk about what we thought about. Probably won't be more than 30 minutes. I would imagine. Maybe we'll
30
see.
minutes.
I don't know.
short.
I mean, this is F1. I mean, we'd be doing good to get 15 minutes of coverage.
Hey, I'm just
I mean,
gonna
30 minutes is probably how long the race is gonna be.
we're gonna have a lap pass counter and just all right. Someone passed.
All right,
They're learning.
we're up to 4. They're learning. They're evolving. Yeah.
It'd be
so,
breaking news if somebody passes for the lead.
right. So we're gonna do that. So definitely check us out on YouTube because we're probably gonna have a lot of content there. We'll probably do some like little reels and stuff like that throughout the day. But we got the Formula One race at Monaco in the morning. We have the Indy 500 in the mid afternoon, and then we got the Coke 600 there in the afternoon and the evening. So it's a busy day.
And then a podcast right after.
And a podcast right after. It's going to be a long day for us. We're probably going to be pretty spent by the end of it. But thankfully, I think we all have the day off, right? Because it's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, because that's
Lots
going to be miserable.
Celsius.
That'd be fun. I've been watching so much of the IndyCar coverage. You know, I started last year with watching pretty much the entire Indy 500, like the entire broadcast. I've watched every practice session. I've watched every qualifying.
Where do you get all this time?
Luckily with the Peacock app, I can just like put it on my headphones, and I can, like when I'm at work, I'm just walking around. At least I have it on my headphones.
Well, you got to put a disclaimer. You're not watching. You're just listening.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
you
watching
gotta
a
tell the
good.
truth here, man.
Oh
I'm
my
watching
gosh.
a good portion of it, listening to some of it. If I get into a meeting, if you want to be specific,
So you're doing this at work. You should let your boss know.
Oh my gosh.
it's in the background.
Oh, fair. Okay.
No, but I'll put it like
It's on
like,
break.
I mean, if I have meetings or whatever where I can't watch, you know, thankfully with the Peacock app, it's super convenient that you can go back and watch everything. This is what's
hold
so
on.
great.
You mean an app that works?
It's amazing.
Hey, hold on. Round of applause for Fox Sports app only crashing once today.
Just once.
Like,
It was amazing.
well done.
That is true. And
Well
and
done.
to be fair, it was our fault. We didn't reset it before the race started.
That is a horrible thing. Let's
I mean,
not even
yes.
do a thing.
But
To reset the app just to make sure it works during the race.
yeah, we won't even get into all the different things, that we noticed about the broadcast. Going to commercial after 15 laps and the first half of the.
No, I'm not gonna. Bash
Yeah,
on
we
Fox
won't
today.
go into that. We already know
Do it
how we
next
feel
week.
about it.
No,
Yeah.
but just watching all the Indy 500 stuff this week, man, I'm super hyped for this race. I hope it's really good. Practice has been great. Qualifying's been great. Speeds are super high. I'm hyped. I'm
I'm
super
rooting for
hyped.
the Swede, man. I've only watched 2 full IndyCar races, and both times Ericsson has won. So I'm gonna root for him. Yeah, he's gonna be my driver. Just each time I've won.
I mean, how could you not root for Tony Kanaan? His last
I
run,
know.
man,
I don't think he's
all the
I don't think so.
promos have got me like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's McLaughlin. After watching the qualifying, I kind of want to root for Sato just because, man,
Bro, hanging that thing out there.
He about gave me a heart attack while I was watching that. I did have it on at work, and
We're just more dedicated than you are, Matt.
yeah,
I didn't say I did
This is
it.
called work-life
I had
balance.
it. I had it
Calling
on,
you guys out.
and I legit let out a in the office because I was like,
hey, Matt says all this, but he knows he'd be sitting in his truck watching.
What? No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, all right. So I don't know. There's a lot of different drivers that I think have a good chance at this. Should be good. Indy 500 is usually a pretty entertaining race, if nothing else, just to watch and realize that these guys are doing 230 miles an hour almost the entire time. Like,
It's so
pretty wild.
stupid.
and we
fast,
get to
man.
imagine Kyle Larson doing it next year, and probably being in the top 10 the whole time, because
I
that's
really-
what Larson does.
I really want to go to that race.
We're thinking about it.
I really want to go to that race.
I know. It's just
Oh,
it's a
man.
little bit of a hike.
We take the camper.
No, I'm gonna fly.
That's the problem.
We
Is
can rent
it's,
a camper.
No,
it's a heck of a.
I
ride.
just want to sit in turn one and watch him go that fast.
Right.
We do need to try to go to the St. Pete race though.
We have to do that next year.
Yeah,
We can't have a racing podcast and not.
We've
go to
been
the
saying
races
this
that
for
are-
like 5 years, but
Yeah, but you're the holdup, bro.
I usually am actually. But yeah,
I'm
we'll
going
try.
without you this next year.
That's
bro.
fine. That's fine. You have my permission. I'll try to go with you. I'm glad I could give it. So
I think the Coke 600
I was like, going
might
on the Coke
steal the
600.
show again.
It was packed with stuff last year.
It's almost sold out, like as of weeks ago. So imagine, I mean, if it's not sold out, it's got to be close.
Well, remember with this new car, we went back to Charlotte and we were like, why are we still running the Roval?
bro,
Because the
screw
Charlotte,
Roval.
the Charlotte race was awesome. So we could very well have that set up now. It's an intermediate, so they're going to be running basically the same packages they have, right?
Yep.
So there's not much change there. So it
Not
should
much.
be pretty much identical to last year, and last year was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what helped with a little bit of last year, like I'm trying to be cautiously optimistic.
Stop drinking the
Sorry.
Trulies. Cautiously optimistic.
Thank you. I'm trying to. I want to balance it, right? Because I want it to be great, and my expectations are high. But I'm trying to bring that into balance because, right? They figured out some of the tire wear. They figured out how not to abuse the tires, and part of what made last year's race good was we had a few tire failures that made the race a little more exciting. A few more cautions, bunched the field back up, changed the strategy a little bit, made it a little bit better, right? So I'm just, I'm a little concerned, slightly worried that it may not be what it was last year, because last year was, I think the Cook 600 last year. I mean, how long was that race? 5.5 hours, 5 hours,
It was over 6, I think.
and we didn't want it to end.
No.
We're like, can we have another 100 laps? Like, let's have another 100 laps. It was that good. So my
It
only
was.
concern is that we're just not going to, repeat on that. And I really want that race
I
again.
hope so. It was good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen. The 600 is usually it's a marathon, man. Like it's you're gonna really start to show.
That's got to be the longest racing between IndyCar, NASCAR,
Oh,
and
it is.
Formula One, right? That's the longest.
It'd have to be.
600 miles? Yeah.
Oh, you mean like in length? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
still would have to be.
Biggest, longest race. Well, maybe not biggest, but longest, most grueling race has to be.
It's as close to an endurance race as you're ever gonna get in NASCAR.
Yep, and you only get 15 minutes to practice.
Yeah, 15 minutes to practice for a 6-hour race.
Seems legit.
Genius.
Absolutely. I don't know who thought that up, but you're a brilliant genius.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, man, I hope it's good. I think the Indy 500 is going to be great.
Yep.
I think Monaco will be Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco. I don't know. Monaco is a really cool track. That's honestly like the spectacle,
the coolest track
like,
ever.
super awesome there. But I don't like. It's a tight course. I don't think you're going to see a lot of passing. I think once Verstappen pretty much gets in the lead, I think you're pretty much going to see the end of it. So I don't know. But I hope it's good. I hope I'm a little surprised in that it's better than that, but we'll see. So I mean, it'll be a fun day. Like I said, we're going to be doing all kinds of different things. So definitely check out socials for us.
Yep.
but
Stay plugged in because we'll do stuff all day.
We are going to, like I said, we're probably going to try to do for Indy and the Formula One race a YouTube live after it. And that won't be part of the regular podcast. We'll still do our regular podcast that night, but that'll be after the 600. So,
Yep,
all right.
Yep.
You guys got anything you want to add before we close it out?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Fix the short track package.
If you can.
NASCAR, please. If you can. What do you think? They're just like, we don't know how to fix this.
They might. I mean, they haven't done it yet. They
We
might not.
made gains, but
Are they at the point where they're just like starting to call people like Junior and Denny Hamlin, be like, you got any ideas? Please, we're open to ideas.
All right, we're thinking about bringing back the old tire.
Yeah, for sure. I like your idea. For short tracks, just bring back the Gen 6.
Bring back this.
I mean, if you're going to go that far back, might as well go back to like the 80s, you know?
Oh, jeez. What are we gonna? We got the
Gen
car.
3, it's fine.
Listen, okay, you can pick whatever gen of car you want.
Oh, God.
We have the car of
Bring back the
tomorrow.
Oldsmobile.
Dude, we have the car of tomorrow. We have Gen 6s. We might have Gen 7s out there.
Hey,
Junkyards. would be sold
run
out.
what you brung. Actually, a really cool idea for the All-Star race. You have to use all the parts that are, manufacturer specific from all like the different
packages
Yep. And just come however you want.
come with some hodgepodge.
No rules. As long as it's the parts that are specced out that you have to buy, I don't care.
That does sound kind of like. I think that might make a better iRacing league though.
Bro, that would be so freaking awesome.
But I don't know.
No, just for the All-Star race.
Oh, I agree. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying it still would be. I mean, it sounds kind of cool.
Just a run what you brung. I think it should just be like, I don't even know, man. How cool would it be for the All-Star race? Just bring any kind of race car you want.
Okay, man.
Go way outside the box. Because
Bring a motorcycle.
let's talk about this year's All-Star race. What'd you think?
Yeah, no.
Last year's All-Star race
Better?
in general.
Yeah.
Year before that,
I don't even
Oh,
remember.
they're bad.
Bristol. Year
I like
before
the-
that,
I like,
Charlotte.
I like the lights on the car.
No,
I thought
stop.
they did like Texas like 4 years in a row.
No, they did Texas once, right? Because then COVID was, maybe it was Texas twice.
I think it was Texas twice, and then it was Bristol before that.
So it's meh. It's lost its luster. So what if you just do show up with something?
Okay, so looking.
I don't know. Like,
Just as an idea, All-Star. So look at other sports. All-Star events are, it's just nonstop highlight reels, right? Like you watch the basketball All-Star races. It's LeBron dunking on everything. It's people doing trick shot stuff like that. Like it's fun stuff. So I'm kind of the more we talk about it, the more I'm kind of about this idea.
They needed to mix it up.
Something.
Okay, you know what? How about give them way more money?
Like 5 million.
1
Yeah.
billion.
Something. Something that'll make you, man, you know what? Larson's going to
Okay.
run away.
I gotta-
I'm going to dump him.
I got another idea. Y'all ever heard of lemons racing?
Yes.
You tell them, all right, it's $1 million
But there ain't
purse.
no way you're putting a cup car in a lemon.
No, but here's the thing. You give them, you say like, okay, you got $100,000. Just bring something. And you got to show receipts.
Put a ton of roll cages on it.
I mean, well, if you do it the way lemons do it, or do that, roll cages don't
Hold
count.
on. I have found a new race that I didn't even know existed. Have you seen the Ford Ranger racing?
Do I want to?
Ford
Bruh.
Ranger.
It's a Ford Ranger.
Bro, I forget the guy's YouTube. I got to figure this out and show you, but it's the most incredible. They did like a dirt race at Bristol and had like a bunch of dude, it was wild.
Is that the one where the dude was like flipping up in the air?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I've seen the clips of it, or like pictures. I haven't
Yes.
seen the video. Yeah,
Ford Ranger All-Star race. Now, I don't know. They just got to do something.
Yeah,
What if you do late model stock cars and go to, what's the track I'm trying to think of? The Madhouse.
I don't know.
The one in the school. Why can't I think of the name?
Gray, something gray.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bowman Gray's.
Bowman Gray.
Bowman Gray.
Something completely different, man. You just got to do something different. Take all the pressure off. Not use this car, which costs an absurd amount of money. If you wreck this car, it's $500,000 and you only win $1 million. The risk isn't worth the reward, So maybe the All-Star race just needs a total shakeup. Something completely different. It's boring.
Yeah, they got to do something.
I mean, if North Wilkesboro cannot fix the All-Star race, I don't know what can.
I don't know. Our fantasy league.
Hey, our fantasy league was fire today, except for DJ. It's great for
Yeah, but see if it's them, I don't
Jeffrey
care.
Larson over here.
I don't care if it's them. So like, make them lose the points, not me.
Oh, you may. Oh no.
Oh, can you imagine?
Chill.
I know, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's close out. You guys got anything other than that? I think we kind of
That's
beat
it.
that
No.
that race to a bloody pulp.
Yeah, you guys just kind of kept going. I just let you go.
I know. Jay got to be stopped drinking them Trulies.
Spiraling down the rabbit hole of how to fix the All-Star.
We're getting our tinfoil hats on. It's okay.
Nah. I took that off after we quit talking about Larson.
All right.
The car was cheating.
They're putting that thing right next to their T-Rex car. You know
Have
it.
to.
I think there. I'm
It is
telling you,
T-Rex.
that T-Rex
It
car
was
is
the
underneath.
T-Rex car.
It's underneath. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been fun. YouTube, thank you guys. We love y'all. And we will see y'all next week with a lot of craziness. See you later.